talked to? What'd you learn?
The professional I spoke to was Edmund Ortiz, and he's a reporter for the San Antonio News Express. And he attended San Antonio College, and he worked for the Ranger for his time here. Then he transferred on to Southwest Texas State University, known as Texas State Today. During that time, he owned and he ran a community-based newspaper called the San Antonio Scene, but he didn't really get into much detail about that because I guess maybe it failed or. But he kept going. He told me that it was a natural high of getting a report accomplished. So it was kind of just like when he got the story done, like, and his name was at the bottom of the report, it was just something exciting about it. He gave me great advice about being in the journalist field. He told me that every day is something different. Like, you can be covering, like what she said, you can be covering sports, you can be covering crime. It really just doesn't matter. It depends on the community that you're in. Always have a passion for it. Always be creative. Have experience because that's where the money's at. Always be ready for the unexpected, and always keep your eyes open. So if they send you to like go report something, don't only focus on that because there might be side stories that you're missing out on. He told me this field is like stepping stones. You never know which one might sink on you. So he told me to always be careful what you write and what you put out because that does have your name behind it and it can affect you within the future. He started as an intern at the San Antonio Express, and so he kind of just stayed there. And he's been in the business since 1999.
That's when he started. That's when he graduated.
Well, he's been like in the newspaper business like since like he had his own like newspaper. It was like family owned, and then he continued from there.
Yeah.
So and he even like he did the high school newspaper. So he's a very experienced like dealing with
reporter. Yeah. Did you meet him at his office? Or?
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool because, well, we didn't go towards where the reporting is done, but we passed by it, and it's kind of just like the movies. It's like cubbies after cubbies with like long windows, and the view of where it was at, it was like on the 7th floor, so you had a view of like all of downtown San Antonio. So it was pretty interesting.
So I didn't realize that he was at that. So he's at the main Express News building on Avenue E at 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all know where that is? It's close to the Alamo. If you know where the Masonic Temple is, it's right across the street from that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of behind back door of the Alamo.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden. Like you don't know that it's actually like a
really big
newspaper like place, but because I got lost and I didn't know which one to go into, but I found it.
So I didn't realize he was down at that office because he does the north side. His beat is the North San Antonio. What's it called? MySA, North San Antonio.
And well, he works from there, and then he does like the other newspapers around because he works for several different newspapers. It's like a community thing.
Yeah, what happened was the Express News, I can't remember how many years ago did he say, they bought out this local weekly newspaper company. So
I think it was in 2009.
Was it?
Yes.
So they had the North San Antonio News, they have Randolph had a newspaper, I think it's called the Wing Spinner, and they had Southside Reporter is another one of that.
Yeah, he works for that one too.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought he did Northside. Huh. So anyway, the Express News bought all those up, and now on Thursdays they insert it into the Express News. So like if you live on the north side of town, you get, that's why I thought he just worked for the north side. He's in that one.
And yeah, he also works for the Helotes one. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, really? Helotes. Yeah. Interesting. Mm-hmm. So what other advice did he give you as far as skills that you need to be developing?
Just continue with like experience, like join the paper at school. Always have an open mind about things, and never let anyone bring you down because it is a very competitive field. So it's kind of just like you kind of have to be on top of your game most of the time. A very fast-paced networking system. So
you think you want to do it?
Yes.
Really?
I like the fact that there was, I don't know, it was just like the movies where the cubbies and everything. It seemed very nice to work there.
Yeah, it's if you're into adrenaline rushes at all, news is the place to be because it's always, you're on the go. And it's probably one of the most highly caffeinated places you'll ever be. People are like, you're like plugged in. It's fun.